Life Beats. Life Beats with Sally Musa. Only on Pulse 95.
We are talking inclusive fashion and sizes that you don't normally see, particularly for luxury brands. In the studio with us, we have Patrick Herning, as well as Dima Ayad and Candice Huffine. And as I was just saying, Patrick, what's really important here in what you guys are doing is that you're starting not just a fashion website. It's great to have those designs, coming to women who have been wanting it for such a long time, but you're actually changing the conversation. You are talking to designers. You've got some of the world's greatest designers on board already, but you are building relationships with others so that they can expand their size offering as well in the same way. So tell me more about how that's happening.
Sure. There's varying degrees in which we partner with brands. Some brands have a strong grasp on designing for the extended sizing. So with that, we can provide our recommendations for fit, our fit guideline, our proprietary fit guideline. We also have fit models in Los Angeles, New York, and London that we're also happy to provide to our brand partners as they're starting to get into the space and perfect their fit. And then based upon the brand, we have a 360-degree solution where we can go in and work hand in hand with their production team and rework the patterns for plus size. So we've done that with Joseph Altazara. We've done that with Philip Lim, where we go in and recreate the pattern through our consulting services and then turn that back over to them for production. So it really just depends on what the brand's needs are and where they fall in terms of other brands that will follow. So we're happy to make that investment if it's a leading brand, a premier brand, that other brands will follow suit. And then there's brands that have no issue with it whatsoever. Tanya Taylor is a perfect example, one of our more contemporary price brands. She entered the market with a Capsule Plus and now offers everything in extended size. Zach Posen, Brandon Maxwell, Marchesa, they were all Monique Lullier. They got it from the very, very beginning. So it really just depends on what the brand's needs are. But unlike traditional retailers, we have a very intimate and close relationship with our brand partners because at the end of the day, the most important thing for the brands that are on our website is that they get it right. Exactly.
And what's important is you have actually always kind of offered your designs to this region, but your launch in the region was kind of more official at the end of last year. So talk to us a bit about why you felt like the Middle East market and, women here in the Middle East, why was that important to you?
So look, all women are important to us, but from an outsider looking in, there was just so much opportunity to get to know her here. And for us coming into the market, we wanted to do it in a very high-touch way, a very elevated way, and really in a way where she felt how sincere we are about building our business in the market, but more importantly, building her as a customer. The customers to 11 Honore aren't like a traditional customer. They're like family to us. And the success we've realized is a result of the community we've built, and that's entirely dependent upon our customer. And so coming into the market, doing it gradually, doing it without any expectation, doing it beautifully, coming with an incredible assortment, coming with gifts, coming to just extend her hand and expose the brand to her and really just get to know her and then immediately plan a trip to come back. So this trip is more about press. It's more about entertaining. It's more about getting to know her in a more close way. And through this thought process is how we will build our business here.
Candice, I want to come to you in terms of, here we are talking about coming to the Middle East and the region for 11 Honore. And we love our kaftans and we love those gorgeous long flowy dresses as, what you're wearing today. I love that, right? But as well, we need those more tailored, more tapered pants, the kind of dresses that are well fitted, to the figure. There needs to be a wider variety. So tell me about, your thoughts on styling a woman that looks like you, that looks like me, that looks like Dima? You know, what is that? What do you want designers to think about and be aware of?
Well, I think the biggest struggle for the many years prior to us being here today and 11 Honore's existence was a real misunderstanding of who the curvy woman is, or what she likes, how she likes to dress, how she wants to showcase her body. I think that she was always slightly misrepresented in that if she was confident, it meant that she wanted to really show that in all ways, which is not really anything that ever spoke to me aesthetically. That's not my style. I like more loose silhouettes, and I like to experiment with fashion, and I felt like as a curvier woman, nobody saw me the right way. I just, you had tight dresses that were available to you, and that's about it. It was either really frumpy or really sexy, and she's always going out at night. I just think that really zeroing in on who this woman is was always overthought,
right,
and never in the way that we needed. So bringing this designer luxury market with all of the designers we've seen in magazines and love and aspired to wear now exists so that you really can go for it. You can really express yourself the way that you always wanted to. You can play around with finding your signature style, because now you have a range of options from people that speak to you, represent you, and you're no longer just stuck making do with what you've got. I mean, if I had, because I don't even have enough time to tell you all the tricks I used to do wearing clothes, because there just wasn't options. But
exactly.
So how many times did I wear a button-down shirt as a jacket because I wanted, this menswear sort of inspired look, but it didn't exist. And so now it just opens up the doors for you to really represent yourself the way that you want to be seen in the world, instead of someone else doing that for you, I think.
Exactly. More to come in just a moment. We are talking to Dima Ayad, we are talking to Patrick Herning and Candice Huffine, all about fashion that embraces more of the curvy women out there who have been just wanting it for so long. We're going to be talking Ramadan collections as well. That is just so important. That's all next on Life Beats on Pulse 95.
Life Beats. Life Beats with Sally Musa. Only on Pulse 95.
Fashion. We are talking fashion for every spectacular body here today on Life Beats, and in the studio I've got three powerhouses of the industry: Patrick Herning, the CEO of 11 Honore, as well as fashion designer Dima Ayad and supermodel Candice Huffine. And something that I want to put to all of you, and Dima and Candice, I want to start with you two here, because talking in the break, it's clear, this is just such a it goes so much deeper, really, for all of us. In terms of the idea of, yes, we've been hearing a lot about diversity in fashion and that kind of thing, but diversity versus inclusion. Talk to me about those two ideas, and what do they really mean for you?
Who's taking that one first? Oh, yeah?
Candice.
Well, I thought a lot about this. I don't think there's a real difference in the two if you're doing it right. I think that they live in the same world because you need to be diverse in your inclusion. Mm-hmm. There isn't one kind of woman that represents this set, and there isn't one that represents, there's not one that represents the skinny body and one that represents the plus body. And I think for so long, with the exclusion of a curvy body in media, you only really did see one body, which is not to say that with us starting to inclusify more, then there's just one kind of curvy woman. So basically, what I mean is that everything, a brand, a company, a show, an advertisement, anything across the board, to be truly diverse and inclusive, it has to represent the world that we live in. And I think that when everyone sits down in their conference room at the boardroom and they go to think about how to approach their advertisement or how they're going to, let their brand out into the world, I think it's overthought because it doesn't always match the world that we are seeing on a day-to-day basis. And that is really, for me, what I want to drive home every day. It's just match the women of the world. That's all we want, is to be seen and represented. There's comfort in feeling noticed and appreciated and loved. Yeah. Did you say and loved too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just is a snowball effect of positivity. And don't you want to bring that into the world with your brand or your company? And it's almost so simple, yet it's taken so long to get there.
You know, when I envisioned this question is that I always saw, okay, my 5 friends, we would all go shopping. And they would shop and I wouldn't. Or they would buy and then I would buy shoes or an accessory. And then the question of, we are all diverse women in my group, but fashion didn't include all of us. So to be inclusive, you have to be diverse just the same, and vice versa. Is that group of women should be able to go into one shop and buy something. We need to be able to shop together from a brand and say, okay, she gets the small and I get the large or whatever, but never be excluded. So I guess to be included, you really need to be diverse, is that you just need to have everybody under one.
Exactly. I need you to tell that story of what happened when you were going to a wedding in Greece.
Yes.
Tell me.
I was going to a wedding in Greece for one of my very close friends, and my luggage never arrived. And obviously, when your luggage goes missing, it's one thing when it's a city, it's another thing when it's an island. So it never got there. And I scouted the entire island to find something to wear. I mean, minus a very summery kaftan, there really was nothing for me to wear. So the reality was, I was in track pants coming off a flight, so there was absolutely nothing for me to wear. And I had to apologize to my friend that I couldn't make it to her wedding. And the usual response would be, just find something. I don't think anybody really understands that if they didn't live it, is say, you just can't just find something. It's not like that. So
it's so true. If you don't have this body, you don't understand what that means.
If you don't pack correctly, you don't know what it means. If you stick to a certain look that works for you and it gets lost, hell will break loose. It's kind of a situation.
It's a nightmare. It's a constant stress. It keeps you up at night sometimes. I mean, there's so many experiences I've had in the past where, I'm going to a big gala or an event, major moments in my career and life where I wanted to be as fierce and fashionable as my colleagues that were going to be there with me. I've been on the red carpet with Gigi Hadid and Joan Smalls and with so many women that I idolize. And you want to look on the same level, of course. Like, here we all are together. We're making changes in this industry. You need the dress that stands up to that, because the dress, I'm sorry, but there's power in it. And 100%. It makes you feel a certain way.
It's armor.
And if I don't have the right outfit to stand beside these women in this industry as well to really make my mark, it's a snowball effect of just disaster, really, because then I'm not going to arrive feeling as confident and fabulous. I'm not going to feel like I deserve to be there. And it all comes back to the outfit that I put on my body. And I think that people don't put enough weight into what it can do. On all because I couldn't get dressed. The stress leading up to it, you're like, well, I can't go. I think I can't go. I think I have to decline.
And the thing I find fascinating about being in the region, known for fashion with one of the world's largest malls, in that entire mall, there is literally one store where a woman of a certain size could go shopping.
Yeah.
Out of how many hundreds of global brands are in that shopping center? Literally only one.
I always think of the Pretty Woman moment, and 11 Honore has come in. And, I feel like telling every single store who never had a size for me, big mistake.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes.
I'm going to go shopping now. 11honore.com.
Remember that moment?
Ooh.
Oh, God,
that gave you chills.
So, exactly, so powerful. But, that's not the saddest thing, though, Patrick. The saddest thing is that we've come to accept that as normal.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be normal. And the fact that I love what you spoke to, Candice, in terms of, particularly when you have a big moment, you're on a red carpet, you want to be wearing a designer. You want to be in the most exquisite clothing by one of the world's greatest designers.
And that's specific to me, of course, but what about a woman who, on her wedding day, on her, any major moments in your life, you can remember what you're wearing. And if you're not wearing something that you love, you'll remember that too. You'll remember that it could have been better, a friend of mine, she still thinks about her wedding dress. She had a dream in her mind of what her wedding dress would look like, had to settle for something else, and she still is like, well, I don't know. Don't love that photo, because she just knew that, she wasn't 100% wholeheartedly into that dress. And I don't know, I just think that because we settle and have allowed that to happen for so long, fashion gets into its bubble, its little routine, and they don't see that things need to change.
Yes.
It's like breaking a bad habit or something, and it's until 11 Honore comes and does you a little shake and is like, hello, we can we can help you. Let's get this ball rolling. That they're like, oh, wow, this woman's fabulous. Absolutely, I want to be on board. Because it is amazing to see how excited these designers are to extend their sizing and to be a part of this community and to, really learn about this woman, and which has been incredible. I didn't think that the number of designers on the site would grow so quickly. I didn't realize everyone would be like a huge yes right away, which just means they were in a bubble. They needed to be woken up, helped, educated.
Something that we need to talk about is workout wear. Because what really, we've talked about so much that is really sad and shocking, when it comes to more curvy women in the industry. But there's this kind of assumption that larger women don't work out.
Larger women don't just do it, They don't work out. They don't.
But that goes back to
bizarre.
the misconception when it comes to fashion, too. So she's just...
larger women don't like designer fashion.
Yeah, she's been
all of these
completely
misconceptions.
She's just completely misunderstood. She's been defined by someone who has no idea who she is all this time.
We have to come back in just a moment and talk about the fact that you're now a designer, Candice,
Yes.
of your own line of workout wear as
Yes.
well. Continue this discussion. It's just such an important one. And the exciting prospects of bringing in even more designers onto 11 Honore as well, some of the biggest. More to come on Life Beats right after this.
The heart of Sharjah. Pulse 95. Keeping it local, all day, every day. Life Beats. Life Beats with Sally Musa.
Brought to you by Al Bayt Resort.
A renovation of style in the heart of Sharjah.